Can you believe the Qing Emperor Guangxu was put under house arrest by his mother, Empress Dowager Cixi, who is the most powerful woman in the late Qing Dynasty? Well, Empress Dowager Cixi is actually not the birth mother of Emperor Guangxu. The last three emperors of the Qing Dynasty had no children, so they had to select the successor to the throne among the close relatives of the Manchu royal family. And all the three last emperors of the Qing Dynasty were all decided by this powerful woman, Cixi. So now let's find out the place where she put her son under house arrest. Let's go. When Cixi made Emperor Guangxu the next emperor of the Qing Dynasty, Guangxu was only 4 years old. And back at that time, they really spent some very high quality and warm mother and son moments. She spent a lot of efforts to take good care of her little nephew. However, when the emperor began to grow up, things became a little bit different. The emperor began to have different opinions on how to govern the country, and that is the main reason why the mother and the son relationship began to deteriorate. The breaking point of the mother and the son relationship was in 1898. After huge defeats in the wars against Japan, the young emperor decided to start a reform. He decided to learn from the West, learn from Japan, to change the political system into constitutional monarchy. However, that would largely undermine the benefits and interests of royal Manchu family, and that is the last thing Empress Dowager Cixi would like to see. However, the little young emperor was not foolish about reform. He understood that in order to implement his reform, to push the reform successfully, he also needed the support from military, from the army. So he summoned the military official to the summer palace and shared his ideas, his thoughts about the reform. And he sought a guarantee that the army and the military would stand by his side for the reform. The official he summoned was called Yuan Shikai. Yuan Shikai said to his emperor he would support the reform unconditionally. However, the next day, he went to Cixi instead. He double-crossed the emperor, and the reform failed, only lasting for 100 days. And that's why this reform is also called 100 Days Reforms of the Qing Dynasty. And then Emperor Guangxu was put under house arrest at this little yard in the summer palace. Now you will see surrounding the palaces, there will be a lot of brick walls. These were built back that time after the reform failed. So that's the story of an emperor under house arrest.